Welcome back to this final segment of Cleaning Up the Mess as we discuss dengue and the link with the environment. Let's talk about the symptoms of dengue. How do we know we may have dengue? Dr. Hines.
Okay, from the clinical or the physical symptom perspective, dengue can sometimes be indistinguishable from other viral illnesses. The symptoms include fever, body pain. Now, body pain is both muscle pain and joint pain. There's also pain behind the eyes, which we refer to as retroorbital pain. You can have things like nausea and vomiting, and all of those are common to a number of viral illnesses. So the appearance of these symptoms in conjunction with a situation as we have in Trinidad right now, where there are increased numbers of dengue cases, should make us wonder, is this dengue that I have? Now, it can become more complicated if you have other underlying conditions. For example, people with impaired immunity, people who are diabetic, for example, persons who have had dengue before and therefore have their immune systems primed with a previous version or previous serotype of dengue and then have dengue again. All of these people are at increased risk for the hemorrhagic complications, and that is where the blood vessels become leaky. You start to lose the fluid that supports the blood cells, so you get plasma leakage into the spaces around the blood vessels, and you can also get bleeding. That's the hemorrhagic component, and that then presents with additional symptoms. You have warning signs, the sort of extreme fatigue and listlessness, extreme abdominal pain, unresponsiveness. Those sorts of things are indications that there is something even more serious going on. So what we're advising the population to do is, if you have the initial symptoms, the fever, the joint pains, the body pains, the retroorbital pains, etc., that you do have yourself checked. Go to a physician, let them do the appropriate examination, whatever testing they deem to be appropriate, because not everybody has to be tested.
Okay.
But we need to make sure that people at least go so they're under management, and the physician will tell you if to go home, if to go to the hospital, if to come back to him, etc.
Well, you know, with the possibility of global warming and its higher temperatures and our more erratic rainfall, will we in Trinidad and Tobago continue to face regular outbreaks and now this epidemic of dengue? And can we also see the return of malaria?
Yes. All the answers to your questions will be yes. There's an increase as a result of the temperature increase. The mosquito life cycle is speeding up. The incubation period of the virus is also in speeding up. For malaria, the malaria life cycle is also speeding up due to the temperatures. So yes, you run the risk of having increased outbreaks. You have you run the risk of having mosquitoes becoming efficient vectors at a quicker time than you would normally have had. Rather than 8 to 10 days, you may see 6 to 8 days if the temperatures continue, if those kinds of profiles that we are observing now actually continues. With respect to the temperatures, interesting things that are being observed is that during the wet season, it's actually warmer than during the dry season. You're also getting, I've checked the Met Office, although the quantum of actual rainfall for the month of July and June and August are the same. However, what you are experiencing are what's called extreme events. So the amount of water that actually falls is a large amount within a short space of time. So the environment is not actually capable of holding this amount of water because of environmental degradation, because of the developments on the mountainsides, because of the actual concrete that is now put in and the tarmacs. And so the whole Eastern Main Road floods because there is nothing to hold the water on the sides of the mountains anymore and have it percolate and trickle through the normal process. So you have the quick runoff, and so the whole University of the West Indies floods anytime that there is rainfall in high amounts.
Okay.
And so therefore it also gets to the river, the Caroni River, and therefore the river can't handle the amount of water that's coming in that short space of time. And so you run the risk of flooding, and so you increase the chances of creating new habitats for the Anopheline mosquitoes, which are the vectors of malaria.